Do you know what the future of the internet is? It's the metaverse, and like social media, it will be yet another virtual world that is going to change our lives. Why do you think the metaverse blockchain is not yet here? Because the VR headsets are a little bulky and the hardware is costly? Hardware accessibility is not the only issue. There are more pertinent issues which the metaverse needs to address. This video discusses some of the challenges that the metaverse poses and considers whether the metaverse can cause problems. Hardware. Metaverse relies heavily on VR, virtual reality, AR, augmented reality, and MR, mixed reality technologies and devices. Most of these aren't lightweight, portable, or affordable, so metaverse isn't widely adopted as of yet. Hardware accessibility aside, the challenge is to have a high-quality, high-performance model that can achieve the right retinal display and pixel density for realistic virtual immersion. What if you can't afford the hardware that gives you the access to the metaverse, which is the annual salary of people in more than half of the world's countries? Do we trust tech giants to become the literal gods in the digital universe of their creation and ownership? Identity. Have you ever wondered if your social media friends are as entertaining in real life as they are online? The metaverse is the perfect platform for this to happen since it's only accessible through an avatar. Another problem is to prove your identity, as the bot can easily imitate your style, date, personality, and overall identity. Authentication requires various verification methods such as a face scan, retinal scan, and voice recognition. Addiction and mental health. If you've seen Ready Player One, you know exactly how the metaverse affects mental health. Reliance on the virtual world not only causes psychological problems such as depression and anxiety, but can also cause obesity and heart problems due to sedentary lifestyles. If we as humans happen to spend an awful lot of time in the metaverse, it might happen that we start to lose track of the real world. Metaverse addiction is no joke, it's a real threat. Spending time in the real world might not be as fancy as spending time in the metaverse simply because of the opportunities it provides. But as a species, we aren't ready to balance our health with a full-time virtual life. Many people, especially the young generation who would be bred on technology right from the start, might happen to lose interest in their regular lives and want to spend all their time in the metaverse itself. This could pose a big threat to their mental and physical health. Privacy and data security. We often hear from multinational companies with data breaches. Metaverse isn't just about email addresses and passwords. It also saves your actions. With such a huge data mine, the metaverse technology also needs to ensure information privacy and personal data security for each and every user. To make this possible, it will require new security strategies. It seems inherently dangerous to provide that much amount of data to any entity, especially to the one with a business model which will be basically founded on using sophisticated brain science and behavioral modeling, prompting you to spend more time with its products. This will surely add to the additional layer of the very profound moral questions that an expansive and immersive digital universe such as the metaverse will create. Currencies and digital payments. Metaverse is not just limited to games. It will be another online marketplace that connects billions of users around the world. With so many currencies and a variety of cryptocurrencies, quick and easy exchanges are needed, not to mention safe transactions. Online scammers and data thieves might have a great time inside the metaverse if it is not regulated well. Law and jurisdiction. As social media has already witnessed virtual crimes, metaverse gains a share of law violators. There are not enough rules and regulations to ban accounts. They need proper law. But the metaverse doesn't really exist in reality. It will be a virtual world that transcends national borders. This means that countries and authorities need to know their jurisdiction to ensure a safe space for their users. And therefore, bringing the metaverse inside the purview of the jurisdiction might be an unprecedented challenge. This is especially important since there have already been crimes reported within the metaverse, and the platform's response to that is enabling observer mode for the victim. This means that to protect yourself from crimes, you will have to be a shadow on the platform. You will not be able to interact with other avatars, nor will you be able to have any consequential impact in the virtual world. That doesn't sound like a great counter mechanism against crime, now does it? Data. Among all companies around the world, Facebook is already infamous for its dubious and suspicious processing of our data, as well as possible data breaches. Now, as humans and machines get closer and closer, this data breach can mean more than just information theft. As a result, consumers place a high degree of trust in unproven companies. This data acquisition performed by Meta not only stores holiday photos in a database, but also at a level that measures brain activity, which not everyone might be comfortable with sharing. But with Metaverse slowly becoming a usual norm, there might not be another option. Moderation. Today, one of the largest parts of social media companies is the moderation team. This team of moderators will watch the flagged videos and posts and decide whether to allow them on the platform. This is easy if you can use algorithms to scan posts for malicious keywords, but it's much more difficult in the VR world. If you want to create an environment where everyone can participate openly, the scale of the required moderation will be very disturbing for those doing the job. Metaverse companies need to consider how to customize their character, even to message and speak to different users on the platform. What is the truth? The point of the meta world is to create a digital experience that is indistinguishable from the actual experience. It looks like a miracle at first glance, but if you look closely, a little scary. Today's social media only gives you videos and posts that the algorithm thinks matches our value, and with Meta, this can be much worse. This level of choice means that if one day you decide you don't want to see a building, the next second the building doesn't exist in the metaverse. This creates an unbelievable level of suspicion when an avatar speaks to you in Meta, whether there is a real person behind it or just a speech recorded from Meta. This means entrusting our entire perception of reality to parties who may not have our best interests in mind. How about us as humans? The level of control provided by the metaverse allows you to do what you want and do with your avatar. No matter how innovative technology seems to be today, we are still humans. But we are breaking the boundaries when it comes to the world of VR. Meta World feels like another social media, but it outperforms both the good and the bad. It has been introduced as an accessory and complement to our lives in some way, but it seems difficult to imagine where it wouldn't be in our lives. The metaverse will no longer be an option in the future, as it is on the internet today. It is necessary for studying, job hunting, and making new friends. The life you are currently leading is unfulfilled compared to your life in the metaverse, so you will need it too. This allows people to take off their headphones and look in the mirror from the epic war on a forgotten planet at the end of the galaxy. Remember, you are not the one that is fighting the fight, not the one who has the perfect body. The incentive this creates is not to take care of yourself in the real world, but to wear headphones to keep fighting. Like other new technologies, the metaverse faces many challenges. However, innovators and developers are working 24 hours a day to make this virtual world a reality. The metaverse is not a reason to take a step towards fostering our true personality, because in reality, we were never there. You will have to take off your headphones and spend more time in the area of the metaverse. This also applies to work. Indeed, we live in a world where everything you need is right in front of you at the push of a button. The majority of people may not be hired. In the world of technology, it is becoming more practical for those who understand the needs of engineers to do more work. It's about having the thoughts and people who can turn those ideas into digital products. The future is said to be self-driving cars and hyper-connected cities. If the metaverse takes over, it's unlikely that you'll need a car. If you have an internet connection and a place to sit, you won't need cities around the world. So this was all about the metaverse and how the emerging technology might be a bigger problem than we see it today. If you want to watch videos on more interesting topics, please subscribe to our channel by pressing the bell icon. You will be notified whenever a new video comes up. Also, press the like button if you like this video and tap share to share it with your fellow metaverse enthusiasts. We will be back soon with yet another interesting video.